time.
It's about time.
Thank
yes. So,
And this is times past.
first I must tell you that my intrepid friend Pat, the Welsh girl I came out with, bought a motorbike early last year. It's a hefty 650cc Triumph, and we decided that to see as much as possible, as cheaply as possible, we couldn't do better.
I think that could have been when we started off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first, yes, with our topies stuck on the handbag that we never used. Oh dear.
She was the driver. Pat
Yes.
was the driver.
Yeah, I couldn't drive a bike. I still can't. I mean, I've never learned, and I was thinking it's just a lazy thump of a thing I should have learned.
Well, we set off on our completely overhauled Triumph on January the 12th, with a pannier bag each and various oddly shaped bundles of tools tied onto the back behind me, the whole topped by our topies, all very tropical looking. I was pillion, and poor old Pat drove magnificently all the way. Our road led north to Ecuador, and the first 4 days...
That's me holding the thing up because she couldn't do that. Pat couldn't do it herself, but I could do it myself. And that must be when we were on our trip, because this is all the stuff there. We had all our different bits and bobs.
The 5th day was our
Belongings,
downfall,
yes.
however. All the way up to Piura had been on the new Pan-American highway, straight as a die along the coast, with sparkling blue sea on our left and desert on the right, fading into the blues and purples of long, arduous stretches of soft sand and stony rubble, not the easiest surface for a motorbike. It was here we met our fate. We skidded, Pat jammed on the brakes, and before we knew what was happening, we were flying through the air to crash down on our faces, grating our noses into the stones.
There were some rocks and big stones on the path, and it just stumped against one, and she went off. I went directly over her onto straight ahead, and she went off with the bike, holding onto so she went off to the side, and we picked ourselves up and looked. We examined ourselves and found that we were okay. We could still stand. Well, we went to wherever we were going and finished our thing, got off at a hotel and a small town, and got off, and we were quite sort of dazed. And just stayed there for a day at least, and sat around looking absolutely
Right, the
knocked
front
out.
light of the bike was smashed and her
Just
petrol
took it
tank
easy.
bashed in on one side, but we managed to limp on to our destination, Tumbes, the border town where the first thing we asked for was 2 stiff whiskies, neat. After a day there to recover, we crossed the border to Ecuador and got a boat up the coast to Guayaquil, where we lolled in unaccustomed luxury for 5 days at the Hotel Humboldt.
Hurt my knee and my leg, but I was able to walk with difficulty. Well, I went to have it looked at, and it wasn't broken, so they put a plaster on so that it would keep it steady, I suppose, not bend it and do things with it, like give it a rest. And I had that on for, I don't know, not all that long, because she got it off for me with just a knife. With a lot of trouble. Hacking away at this damn thing. Oh, God.
Was it itchy?
After
Yes,
10
it
days
was
of my
itchy.
gammy leg and the terrific heat, I could no longer bear the sight of Pat cavorting in the waves, so one afternoon we cut it off with a rusty old penknife, to find my leg was fine and all the bruising had disappeared. And what a relief! I plunged into the waves and really enjoyed the coolness.